once again, Avengers Doomsday, it is just at this point, I think it may be one of the most anticipated movies ever, if not the most anticipated movie ever
The
since.
hype train is chugging along, and they keep picking up steam.
Yeah, and guys, they more Avengers news. So we have a little bit of a mix. So we'll start off with the first bit of news, and that is that it looks like Avengers Doomsday, we may be getting a teaser almost a year in advance compared to, other ones where it's like they usually waited a while. So there was a report that came out that pretty much said during Avatar Fire and Ash, there is a possibility that they could be doing a teaser. And Paul, I think you have that article pulled up and stuff.
Yes, I do. So it says this is from movieweb.com. And it says insider Daniel Richman is reporting that the first look at Avengers Doomsday will debut exclusively in theaters when Avatar Fire and Ash releases on December 19th. Although it is just a rumor, the timing of the trailer release certainly lines up with Disney's normal operating procedure. The studio loves to attach the first marketing for their tentpole blockbusters alongside their other biggest releases. In fact, the first trailer for Fire and Ash played exclusively in theaters before the Fantastic Four First Steps earlier this year in July. So that wasn't as big of a gap. It was only 6 months instead of a full year. But obviously, Avatar's got a lot of fans, and it is one of their biggest tent poles. So that is probably what they're going to do, and they probably will release some type of teaser for Avengers Doomsday. Now, that being said, they did just finish filming just a little while ago,
Yeah,
just
about
a
2
couple
weeks ago,
weeks.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, and I
So there's still a lot of visual effects and after stuff to do, but I'm sure that they will probably gather up as much as they can, and it might be a really, really short teaser,
yeah, well,
but
also,
anything
like
to keep the hype train going.
yeah, well, also, like, movies, just because a movie just finished filming doesn't mean they didn't already start with all the visual effects as well. Like, they've
Oh, no, no,
probably
I know
started a
that.
while ago, and I think they probably have some footage already. It's just not clean footage, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they've gotta,
No,
sharpen
definitely.
it and all that, and
Well,
so
whenever the first Infinity War trailer came out, there were a lot of scenes in that trailer that were A, never used in the final movie, or B, they were heavily, heavily edited by the time they actually got to the screen.
yeah.
So we might see the same type of deal here.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's very interesting that they would do it an entire year in advance, and the fact that it's a year in advance also, hype, you got to be careful because they could end up shooting themselves in the foot because what if the trailer looks like garbage? Your first
Yeah.
impressions are massive, and if you mess up the first impressions, you're instantly gonna have people going, "Well, this Doomsday trailer really sucked, and I don't really want to go see it if it's gonna
You
suck."
like the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Yeah.
The hype train for that took a left turn and fell off a cliff.
Well, I don't even think there was much of a hype train. It was, like, barely going on, and
It
now it's
barely left the station.
yeah, and we're already like, it's not great, and I think it's interesting, though. I think what it may do, Paul, it may get us in the seats for Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Yeah, if that happens, here's what I'm gonna do, because
No, I know exactly
I'm
what
part
you're
of an exclusive movie club where I get 2 free movie tickets every month. I'm gonna use one of those movie tickets to go Avatar: Fire and Ash. I'm gonna go watch the teaser trailer, and then I'm gonna walk out because I'm not a huge fan of Avatar. I have not watched Avatar: The Way of Water. I've watched the first Avatar once, and that's it. I'm just not a big fan of Avatar, I'm sorry, and I don't want to contribute to them because James Cameron is a little petty when it comes to him being like, "No, my movie needs to be the number 1 movie in the world. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna re-release Avatar so it'll take
They're
Infinity
doing a
War and Endgame
relace. They're
off the
doing a
top." They're doing a re-release
re-release of
of Way of
Water.
Water again!
Guys, me and Paul are also part of an exclusive club called Fuck Avatar. That is what we are part of. Fuck the Avatar movies. That is how we both do not like Avatar, and I'm gonna let you know this right now. there will not be a movie review for Avatar because we do
Nah,
not care for Avatar. That is how
go
much.
watch somebody else for that. If you are a fan of Avatar,
Good for
more
you.
power to you.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
for
you
you.
keep loving them.
But
Good.
you go find somebody else to talk about it because we will not we will not talk about Avatar.
The only type of Avatar we will ever talk about here is one that bends water and wind and all the good stuff. That is the only
Yeah.
one we will be doing because screw the James Cameron Avatar. It's just Pocahontas with blue Smurfs, okay? Like, calm down. All
Yeah.
right,
Okay. That
back
being
on track.
said,
Okay.
that being said,
So there is this part of the news with the Avatar Fire and Ash, and there could be a teaser, and there is that. Want more? Check us out on YouTube Podcast, Spotify, or even the link down below for the full podcast.
leave us a comment if you guys have any thoughts, questions, or ideas. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more videos and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.